Hey everybody, welcome to another web show we have here at StateChampsNetwork.com. This is the high school football preview show. We're right now inside the studios at Detroit Sports 105.1, our new radio show. We have to say we're very proud of. We just kicked off our preview show here. This is Wednesday night because it's the night before high school football kicks off. Got a couple of weeks of Thursdays. We're excited about that because it allows us to get to more games. But you'll be able to listen to the radio show every Friday night from 10 to 11 p.m. on 105.1, Detroit Sports 105.1. You can, if you want to write down the phone number, 248-544-1051. We want you to call and interact with us because it's the one opportunity that Tom and I get a chance to talk to you guys about high school football. Now, every week we're going to be doing the high school football preview here on StateChampsNetwork.com. I want to talk about some of the games that we're covering and that we're excited about. What are the ones that you're most looking forward to as we, what Scott Merchant called New Year's Eve?
Well, you know, the Clarkson at Macomb, Dakota, I'm going to bring up because we had a caller call in, how can I rank Clarkson at number 12? Well, I'm still, how should I say, hesitant to say Clarkson is a real top team in the state. They well could be a Division I contender, but, you know, they got Dakota, and I think Dakota, I don't know if you call them a sleeper because they really didn't do much in the playoffs recently. Cass Tech's had their number recently. Chippewa Valley eliminated them last year. I think they might be playing with a little bit of chip on their shoulder. I like Dakota in this game. I think Clarkson's going to have to take them a couple weeks before they get their feet on the ground. Speaking
of chip, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's game, which is the Thursday night main event at the PKC at Wayne State, and that is Chip Valley and Lake Orion. You know, I always love the games where we can kind of predict a shootout, and I think this one again will be high scoring. And Chip Valley was able to squeak away with a win last year. But again, these are two teams that I think a lot of people are keeping an eye on. And again, you know, Lake Orion has been a perennial power. They've been down a little bit. Chip Valley's one of those programs that is on its way up. So it could be a real great week one.
Well, Chippewa Valley has 40 seniors. They had a great year last year. I think more people are expecting better things this year. I think a semifinal performance, you know, in the state's playoffs is not out of the question for the Big Reds. A lot will be decided in this game as where they stand or stood. Because last year, if you remember, their defense was not really that good. They gave up 35 points, gave up over 400 yards to one player, Kraus. They have 6 starters back on defense, Chippewa Valley. So I think they're going to be a lot better there. Scott has a lot of expectations. I have expectations for them too, so I like Chip in that game.
We've got some really good East-West matchups here to start, and Muskegon's coming to town.
Yes, to Detroit Catholic Central. Muskegon, that'll be the first time they'll play at their great facility out there in Novi, and Muskegon's going to come in loaded. Shane Fairfield has a host of linemen. I'm telling you, 10 to 12 kids. He can interchange offensively and defensively. I think CC's going to be in for a tough game. Their linemen are better this year than they were last year, but I still think, like Clarkson, they're going to have to get their feet wet for a while before they really hit high gear. I think you're going to see Muskegon maybe 7-10 point game in that one with a win. I like Muskegon in that one.
Well, if CC can pull that one off, that's going to be
that would be a huge win. That would be a huge win for the Central Division.
No doubt about it. All right, let's finish up with 2 games that are going on Saturday at the PKC. It is the afternoon game and the early evening game. We're talking first off about King and De La Salle.
Well, you have De La Salle coming off their first state championship against King, who's received a lot of preseason hype with all the transfers, but still they have Donnie Corley Jr., the player they had last year who performed so well. They do have a sophomore quarterback. I think that's going to be a little question mark for them coming in. And De La Salle's defense is going to be probably as good as it was last year, and I really believe that's why they won the state championship last year, because of their defense. I got to give a shout out to Mike Lewis and the job that he does defensively for the Pilots. I like De La Salle in a close one.
Wow. Cass Tech and Southfield.
I like Cass Tech, and I think they're really going to give Southfield a licking in this game. I think Southfield's too young. Matt Falcon's gone. They do not have that go-to running back. It's going to be by committee back there. Cass Tech's loaded. What can I say? They've proven they can win. They were 12-1 last year, got beat by Saline. You look at that as an upset. Was it really? Saline's really a solid program now. I like Cass Tech in that game.
T. Markowski at StateChampsNetwork.com. That's the email address. Of course, we want to hear from you. Talk about your comments. We're going to bring you the preview every week right here on StateChampsNetwork.com. Let us know about the games that you want us to talk about. And again, make sure you listen to the radio show Friday nights from 10 to 11 p.m. on Detroit Sports 105.1.